Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Welcome to the Annisquam Village Players 2021 production. Our show is unique in several ways, and it's kind of interesting. And let me tell you a little bit of our history. We traced our roots back to 1863, 160 years ago, and the very first performance that we can find, it was a performance outside, right here, and the show at that time was written by an Annisquam resident. It was the grandson of the minister of the church. And as all of you know, this show was written by my co-director for 27 years, Mary Curtis. And so, again, a resident of Annisquam. So this is a very historic time for us. We've never done, in recent history, we've never done an outside show. So it's hot tonight. I hope you bear with us. But it's not raining. We were terrified in July when it rained like every night, and we said, what are we going to do? But it's not raining, and it's a very nice night. So let me tell you a little bit about the show. Mary Curtis wrote the show 45 years ago. She lived in Dover, and she was head of the theater group there. And it was performed twice in Dover to rave reviews. And so when we figured out this summer we couldn't do a regular show because we couldn't be inside, I asked Mary to let me read the script, and I read it, and it's fabulous. And it's a really perfect script for being out here. So I think you'll enjoy it. It's based, as you know, on Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but it is a comedy. It's not a tragedy like the original show, and that's kind of what part of the charm of the show is. And I also want to mention our corporate sponsors. Engel and Volkers and Cape Ann Savings Bank are our corporate sponsors, so we hope you will use them, and we really appreciate their supporting this outside production. It's something, the whole cast, it's something we've never experienced before, and so far it's working, so I hope you enjoy the show.
Jezebel, say you're sorry.
Sorry.
Is she sorry? Oh, Henry Jekyll. Hello.
Hey, Fred, what a surprise. Lydia, meet Dr. Lovejoy, a colleague of mine from the hospital. Fred, meet my wife, Lydia.
How exciting to meet you. You work with Henry. Are you in genetics as well?
No, a child psychology. Henry, what brings you to these parts out in the country?
We're living here. Lydia and I just moved in.
Really? Well, let me be the first to welcome you by saying, welcome to Annisquam, a mighty fine town. It's just south of heaven, with trees all around. A friendlier populace just doesn't exist. We're happy to greet you, and so we insist. on saying,
Welcome to Annisquam. We're sure you'll adjust to white wine, Mercedes, and the upper crust. We say, welcome to Annisquam.
Just north of Boston, with seats all around. We'd welcome new people with more heartfelt cheer if they could be kept to a couple each year. We say welcome to Annisquam, where sailboats abound. It's almost like heaven, where gulls fly around. We're happy to greet you. We're happy to say, welcome, 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 and welcome today.
Oh, I'm so excited! I can't believe you finally moved in, and you're gonna be living right next door.
I can't believe it either.
I love it. Don't you love it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't believe I'm gonna have a world-famous doctor as my next door neighbor, a Nobel Prize winner.
Oh, no. That was my great-grandfather, Dr. Jekyll the third.
Oh, whatever. You know what they say. What's in a number? Besides, you're already famous in Annisquam. No one has ever converted a barn into a laboratory before. I hear you had a terrible time getting all the permits. But then, people in Annisquam just naturally prefer sailboats to rats. Oh, Ben! Ben Anderson! Hi, Ben! Come here. Come and meet the Jekylls.
Oh, I know the Jekylls, Nina. Henry and I do research together.
Really? What a coincidence! I love it! But you're a psychologist.
Last time I checked.
And you're in, genealogy?
Genetics.
Yeah, same thing. But isn't that sort of a strange combination?
Well, actually, Nina, we are studying the genetic influence on patterns of behavior.
Oh, I love it! Don't you love it? Oh, that must be where my Charlie, you know my husband Charlie.
Oh, yeah, I know.
That must be where Charlie gets his obsession for shopping from his mother. Except she always buys the most expensive thing in the store. And Charlie always buys the cheapest. Can that be switched?
Not that I know of.
Oh, well. I'll see you later. I'm off.
You'd say that again.
Bye.
Liddy, I wish we had known that she lived right next door before we put the deposit on the house. I think we might need to get another house.
Did somebody call for a realtor? Karen Hansen, Engel and Volkers. We don't stop till all of our clients have followed their dream home. Here, take my card. And don't forget to call me.
Now, Henry, I am sure we will not see her all the time. And besides, I grew up with Nina. She was great to my mother, and we've known each other forever.
The hell you did. Nobody grew up with that woman.
So, I see you're getting all settled in, and now you're stocking up on the comestibles.
Comestibles? Gross. It sounds like something you'd put in a cage.
Speaking of cages, Henry, I can't wait to get started on the new experiment.
Oh, me neither. Can't wait.
Now, Henry, you said you wouldn't spend all of your time in the lab, and no coercion from you, Ben. Besides, we need to get you married so you can have some more time doing other things.
Yeah, maybe you're right. 8 years alone is enough. Say, I hear your mother's coming for a visit.
You cannot still be possibly interested in my mother, though.
You know I've never been able to forget her. She was always so darn much fun.
You know, one thing's for certain, she came out of this last marriage even richer than the last one. Before that, you know, everybody's good at something, and Winnie's sure good at marrying well.
Well, in any case, I'm looking forward to seeing her at the party.
Party? Lydia?
Yeah, our friends are throwing us a party. Isn't that nice?
At our house?
Of course.
But we just moved in, and won't your mother be tired? She's flying in from California.
Mother tired? She's never tired. Don't be all ruffled here. And besides, if it was up to your workaholic ways, we'd never see anyone.
She's right, you know.
Oh, we need to get to the post office before it closes to get the journal.
Journal?
Yes.
Yes, an old law firm from England that handled my family's business unearthed my great-grandfather's journal, and they sent it along to me.
Interesting. Great-grandfather. Is that the infamous Dr. Jekyll?
Well,
fascinating.
Yeah, fascinating, like having the family skeleton walk right out of the closet.
Of course.
Anyway, we'll talk to you later.
All right, take it easy. So, gonna see Winnie again. God, the memory she brings back. When I remember youth and anticipation, then I remember you and how each day was so much brighter then. The world was lighter when I could share your sunny views. Oh, I remember running after fun and laughter. We were young and free. I'm sure the moon was beaming, stars were gleaming, just for me and you. Though I remember cold winds of desolation that turned our love song blue, this spring has kindled the formation of the creation of a dream worth winning, a new beginning, as long as I remember you.
Welcome to Annisquam, a mighty fine town.
Well, you seem very happy tonight.
Happy? I'm ecstatic. It was a lovely night at the Annisquam Yacht Club after a lovely day, after a lovely week. Oh, I can't remember the last time I've been this happy. You're happy too, right? Oh, this is everything I had hoped for. Moving out to the country and...
And what had you hoped for?
Well, that things would go back to the way they used to be before your accident. You know, you'd work less and we could have a little more fun.
Now, Lydia, we've been through this. You know that research is my life.
I know. I shouldn't have brought it up. Tonight is so perfect. I don't want to spoil it. Luck has certainly jumped my way. Whether it's really here to stay or is merely stopping by for a day or so to touch me with a temporary golden glow. I don't know, I can't say, but if I had to guess, I guess I'd wager. We have seen a special spring come by this year. We have seen a special swinging high this year. I feel wonderfully light as a kite that tightens its string when the wind is right. Bliss like this I fear will fade special spring this year.
You know, Lydia, maybe you shouldn't carry on so much. You might be tempting fate.
Well, that sounds awfully superstitious for a scientist.
I know. But one thing's for certain. Life should always, always be perfect for you. Our love's merely begun. Can be so much fun, like the bright of the light of a summer sun. Crazy days will come our way and interfere. Hills were steep for Jack and Jill. Still, life should always be lighted, always, as long as we hold each other near.
Our hearts are knowing that love is growing, and we'll see a special spring this year.
Oh, Lydia, I need to get to the laboratory. That stuff that arrived today has to be put in its proper containers.
You said you wouldn't work all the time. I was afraid of losing you to this lab in the first place.
Just this once. The place is such a mess, and
Fine, but just tonight.
I've got it under control, promise.
Okay. Henry, Charlie came over and I wanted to show him the lab.
Hey, Hank. Hope I'm not bothering you. Last thing you need is a pesky neighbor.
Hey. Lydia, I've got so much work to get done.
What else?
Wow, it sure came out good. What are the cages for?
Hamsters.
Huh. What are you working on with them?
Antibodies.
Oh, yeah? Anybody I know? Hamsters, huh? You little buggers. What are you learning from them? How to store nuts in your cheeks? Oh, yeah, so I brought this back. Where do you want it? It looks old. What is it?
That's his great-grandfather's journal. You wanted it here, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I'll take that right here. Thank you.
No?
Thanks a lot.
Kidding. Great-grandfather, like the one the movie was about? Him and Mr. Hyde?
Loosely.
Wow. Should make for interesting reading. Doesn't keep you awake at night, that is. Mr. Hyde, all that hair and those beady little eyes.
Charlie, do you want to come back and have some tea or a drink, maybe?
Oh, yeah, I really shouldn't. It's 10 o'clock. I get up early. Got to get to bed. But thanks anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for the tour. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night. Sorry, hon.
Oh, that's okay. Hey, have you looked at this?
Some of it. He kept fascinating notes. How did the story of Jekyll and Hyde come about anyway?
Well, according to family records, Henry, according to family records, this Edward guy was a patient of my great-grandfather's. He even rented a couple of rooms in his house. And turns out it wasn't a very good idea because, well, he was a wild character and he kept getting into scuffle after scuffle. And about that time, Dr. Jekyll died, this Hyde character disappeared, sending up a volley of rumors.
Oh, what about the book?
Well, that's Robert Louis Stevenson had met the both of them, and he cashed in on it by writing a horror story.
He didn't do the family reputation any good.
True. He sure did conduct a lot of experiments.
What do you think he was after?
Let's see. Oh, as a matter of fact, it tells us right here. I began to dwell upon the beloved daydream. If the elements of good and evil could be housed in separate identities, each of which could go his way, relieved of the remorse or aspirations of his twin.
Sounds like he suffered from a little incipient perfectionism like someone I know. Besides, I think it's time to put this away. Do you wanna come to bed?
No, I'll be right along.
Okay.
I have to clean up this stuff.
Well, we're gonna have to come to some agreement about this. You can't be staying here night after night.
No, it's nothing like that. I'll be in soon.
Alrighty. See
Good
ya.
night.
Night.
How could he have been such a famous doctor? Some of this stuff is ridiculous. Oh my God! It's here! The Hyde formula. Huh. But it doesn't amount to much. Every ingredient is completely harmless. The Hyde formula, my ass. Well, I should at least see what it looks like. Let's see. Salt. Ascorbic acid. Calcium carbonate. Ginseng root. Ginseng root? Hey, look at that. Looks like Alka-Seltzer. What a kick. Still, it does give one the chills. It rattles the chain a little bit. You know? No, it'd be crazy to try it. But why? It just seems like it's a cross between a headache remedy and acid. But still, scientists should always be cautious. What the hell? You know what? It couldn't be any worse than the second COVID shot.
Oh my God! Oh! Oh my God! Oh! Well, I thought that old twit would never let me out again. To think that inside that tiresome old bore was such a jewel of a man, handsome, debonair, rakish, still unsmudged, and adorable. What a delightful surprise! Before your very eyes, every man's dream of what he'd like to be. Me. Dear friends, attend as I introduce with justified pride the newly recreated, just excavated, finally emancipated Edward Hyde. They'll roar encore when they see this walking citadel of charm. Beautifully framed, it is a shame that every man can't find the same sort of gem inside his hide. I'm free, once again, I'm me. What a perfectly delicious thing to be. And so I go to add a little sparkle to life. I'm handsome, I'm bright, I make wrong seem right. So come on, world, greet with delight Mr. Edward Hyde. Edward Hyde! This place certainly has changed. Well, odds bodkins, who are you? I'm Henry Jekyll. No, you're not.
The hell I'm not. I'm Henry Jekyll. What happened here? And Who the hell are you? And where were you hiding?
I am Edward Hyde, and I have no idea how I got here. I assume that Dr. Jekyll, whom you certainly are not, had consumed the potion once again.
All right. Where is she?
Who?
Lydia. It's just like her to pull something like this. All right, Lydia, you can come out. You've had your little joke. It's over now. Where did she find you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know what? I'm exhausted. And I have all this stuff to clean up. And I'm in no mood for these jokes. And I have a terrible headache from that stuff I just drank.
You drank the potion!
Oh, come on, wait a minute. You know, this kind of joke may have worked in my great-grandfather's time, but not now, not in 2021.
What year did you say it was?
2021.
Are you serious?
You know it's 2021.
You muddling, meddling, incompetent ass!
What?
Do you know what you've done?
You don't mean...
Oh, that I can forever be rid of the bungling office jackals!
Now hold on.
You've plunked me squarely into the 21st century.
But I...
Not only that, you've obviously mixed the formula incorrectly.
What are you talking about?
The formula. When I appear, you should disappear.
I don't believe this. I definitely don't believe this.
Now, not only must I contend with the wrong century, I must contend with you.
I'm going out of my mind.
Probably just one half of it. One can't know what the ratio is in this mismanaged arrangement.
You mean you really are Edward Hyde?
Of course I am.
Well, what am I going to do with you?
Obviously, I'll have to live out your fantasies. I must be the other side of you.
That's impossible. It can't be. It won't do. If I drank the formula again, might you disappear?
It's possible. Or you might.
God, what am I going to tell people? Who am I going to tell them you are?
Edward Hyde.
I can't do that. You have a terrible reputation.
How can I have a terrible reputation in your century? I don't even live in it.
Well, you do now. Maybe it was the ginseng root. Oh, the book. Was everything in the book true?
What book?
That book about you, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
I've been immortalized in print.
You might
Capital!
You might change your mind about that. But there's a lot of questions that need answering before I let you out of this room. And you'd better read that book. Now, where is it? Hell, it's right here. Okay. And we better discuss it when you're done. Great-grandfather, what have you done to me? Oh, dear God, it wasn't a nightmare. He is here. Now what are you doing?
If you were not such a thickwit, you'd see I'm pacing the floor.
Pacing why?
Why, indeed, it is this perfidious book.
The book. I take it you didn't like it.
Like it? Why, the oafish author should be strung up by his mismatched gaiters.
Who are you talking about?
Stevenson, of course. Do you know he used to lurk in the corners of taverns, following me with his red, rummy eyes? He so envied my vitality and extraordinary good looks. The only mystery is how he knew so much about me. But all else pales before his treacherous misrepresentations of me.
Well, you mean it's not true?
True! He wanted to be exactly like me, but he couldn't. So he longed to destroy my image. Summon your barrister, we shall sue!
It may be a little late for that. Incidentally, was the murder, was that true?
Of course not. Any jackanapes can commit murder. When I sin, it's with style, class, and panache.
Well, that's a relief.
Relief! My name vilified and besmudged for all time. The ignominy.
Well, don't be so hard on yourself. At least the movie was pretty good.
Movie?
Never mind. Anyway, it's a relief to know that you're not really evil.
Now, who is spreading that slander?
Well, I just assumed.
Of course I'm evil. Dr. Jekyll endowed me with every scurrilous tendency he detested in himself.
But he was known as a very good man.
He was a bore. Even the rollicksome, sensual side of his nature disgusted him. So he gave it to me. And I perfected it. Perfectly. Completely. Listen. I am evil, deliciously dreadful. All my intentions are bad. I am wanton, handsomely hateful. I am the consummate cad. Egad, what a wonder I am! A matchless, unparalleled rogue of a man! Zounds, what a bounder am I! There's nothing unseemly that I would not try. Oh, I am evil, vividly vulgar, sinister, shocking, and coarse, of course. A villain with no remorse. A dastardly dog, that's me. Forsooth, well, it's delightful to be a villainous vessel of vileness like me. What ho! I'm as low as a snake, a weasel, a rascal, a rogue, and a rake. Oh, I am willful, seductively sinful, waiting to take you away, to teach you new games to play. So come, my dears, follow me if you dare, but beware, for I am evil.
Oh God, this definitely has to be a nightmare. Now, let's take care of one thing at a time. Got my cane on top of everything else. Let's see. I've got it. It's almost daylight, and I've got to think up a story for Lydia.
Who's Lydia?
My wife.
You married too? What a bore!
Okay. Now listen. I'll tell her that you are my cousin from England. That's it. Let's see. Edward's okay, but certainly not Hyde. Haskins. My mother's family's name. Edward Haskins.
What a bore!
All right. You stay right here. I'll go get you sneak some clothes out of the house. You can't go around looking like that. So don't go anywhere. Don't talk to anybody. Maybe you can get some sleep or something.
God, what a bore!
Who's got the cocktail napkins?
Right here.
Oh, good.
I've got the olives.
Great.
Oh my God!
What's the matter?
What are these?
Oh, Betsy, those are eyeballs.
Eyeballs?
Yes.
Jane, what are they doing in the refrigerator?
Well, a colleague, a friend of mine from the hospital is in eye research, and they asked me to take the eyeballs out of the hospital. Don't ask. Sorry.
Might want to put them out. Maybe they'll get people to swear off martinis.
Drinking.
Damn.
What's the matter? You sound like Professor Higgins.
Henry's on his way home with his cousin from England?
Cousin? I didn't know Henry had an English cousin.
Neither did I. Neither did he. Apparently he called the hospital for him to pick him up from the airport. And I guess a letter went astray in the mail or something?
Huh, that's funny. All the years I've been working with Henry, he never once mentioned relatives from England.
I guess it's his second cousin on his mother's side. It sounds pretty presumptuous to me, just assuming he can barge right in like that. It is a little awkward with an unexpected guest, and with Mother there and all, but oh well, the more the merrier. And Henry says he's young, handsome, and single.
If a young, handsome, single man is about to show, I gotta get home. I have just enough time for a major... What? Redo!
Me too.
Out of my way, girls.
What happened to my feminist, independent friends? Nina, you're married.
Married, yes. Dead? No.
Oh.
Listen, Lydia.
We all agree that it's fun to be female and once in a while.
If we display a sort of twitch, or make a funny switch, or we develop quite an itch,
Or just turn pale. What we need is a male. We sort of like to be with a man.
Doodly doodly doo doo doodle.
We sort of like to kiss when we can.
Doodly doodly doo doo doodle.
I like batting my eyes, giggling, wiggling, acting surprised while the men tell all of those lies.
Doodly doodly doo. Love is a game that we like to play. Doodly doodly doo doo doodle. We take the rules and bend them our way. Doodly doodly doo doo doodle. I don't mind being free. If I can have a man be free with me, that's how nature meant it to be. Doodly doodly doo.
I like to flirt and I do it well.
Doodly doodly doo doo doodle.
It may be girlish, but what the hell?
Doodly doodly doo doo doodle. We like diamonds and pearls. Put a wedding ring in the upper ring.
We'll even wear curls,
'cause we're all still one of the girls. Doodly 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 doo.
Woo!
I'll get it, yeah. Mom!
Oh my God.
Yay!
Hi, how are you?
We're dressing, we gotta go.
See you at the party. See you at the party. Gosh, I never thought we'd make it. Sam got lost. Lydia, I knew you wanted to live in the country, but you did not mention it was a different one.
Mom, who is Sam?
He's the taxi cab driver. Sam, we're here. Bring in the stuff.
Hey, where do you want all this stuff?
You can just put it over there. Sam, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
You must be Lydia.
Yeah.
Oh, glad to meet you. I hear you're married to a doctor. Boy, you're lucky. That's a good way to make a living. Beats driving a cab. Winnie, your son-in-law is going to think you're here to stay.
Oh, don't worry about that, Sam. He knows me by now.
Ah,
He knows I do not travel light.
I'm afraid you're going to scare the poor bastard to death. Well, remember, Winnie, you know, you did good to get rid of that guy. There's so many other pebbles in the pond. Don't get downhearted. Don't get discouraged. Remember, next month, Mars is on the upswing. It'll bring you good luck.
Well, Sam, I appreciate your concern, but all this talk about the future, all this talk of things to come, does nothing for me but to bore me. I'll tell you, chum, to hell with tomorrow. I don't have to borrow another day's woes. Don't give me predictions, just one day's afflictions. Bring plenty of lows. The stars may be shifting, but still I'll keep drifting from man to man. They can love me or leave me, neither will grieve me. I do what I can, so please don't tell me when Jupiter's moving, 'cause I don't give a damn. It's all I can do to muddle through right where I am. With Venus ascending, life starting or ending, who is to say? To hell with the next year, I'll live it up right here. I'll take today. Yesterday's gone, tomorrow's uncertain. I'll take today. To hell with the next year, I'll live it up right here. I'll take today.
Okay, Winnie, hang in there, all right?
Thank you, Sam.
Who is Sam?
I told you, he's the taxi cab driver.
We know a lot about each other.
Well, it's a really long ride from the airport.
Okay.
Hey, Winnie,
Yeah.
I forgot to give you my card.
Oh, thank you.
If you ever need a ride into town, anything, just call that number. I'll make sure you get the best service.
Thank you, Sam. See you soon. You get his number? Yeah, you did.
Did you hear what that man said? A ride into town. Dancing, night spots, women. You there!
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Did I hear you mention you had a conveyance into town? A what? A means of transport. You mean a taxi?
Yeah, that's what that's what he means. He's English.
All right. I didn't understand him. He's speaking a foreign language. Yeah, here's a card. Splendid, splendid. I'll bring a treat for your horse. Are you putting me on? How shall I contact you? Yeah, give me a call on the telephone. The phone? The phone. Ah, the telephone chum. You pick up the receiver, you dial the number, and you say, hello, I need a cab. I need to go. Whoa, what are you doing?
I'll explain everything to him. Thank you very much. We'll be in touch.
Alrighty, but hey, you know what? You better teach your friend American. He's not going to get anywhere speaking like that.
I hope you're right. Hey, now listen, when we get inside, I'll just introduce you to Lydia until you're too tired to visit. Then I'll bring you up into the guest room. And I need to clean up and rest before this party tonight. And I can't have you talking to anybody without me.
Party? Did you say party? Splendid!
Party tonight, party tonight. Wanna wing it, swing it, sort of party tonight. Everything's great, everything's right. More ribbon zipping kind of party tonight.
Isn't it fun to be with friends, dearest of pals, old buddies,
People you know and loved for years. So great to get together. Party, 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 chatter, 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 chatter. Party, 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 chatter, 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 chatter. Party, chatter, party, chatter, party, chatter, party, chatter, party, chatter, party, chatter.
Lydia!
Nina! Hi!
What a divine party! So cute of you to ask me.
Of course.
And you look marvelous.
Thanks.
The extra weight
Nina! It's always so great to see you, and I love what you've done with your hair.
Good, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
What a hell of a swell party!
Hey, Dan. Dan, hey, how are things at the hospital?
What hospital?
Well, you know, Brigham.
I'm not at Brigham. I'm a tax collector.
What a hell of a swell party!
We heard that the planning board has really pulled a coup. Vetoed all the dentists, but we do get Franklin Zoo.
I heard that the village hall might be falling apart.
Well, someone ought to fix it if they knew where to start.
What a hell, what a hell, what a hell of a swell party tonight, party tonight. What a happy cheers on a party tonight. Party tonight, party tonight. We are all so glad we're at a party tonight.
Isn't it fun to be with friends, dearest of pals, old buddies, people you've known and loved for years?
So great to get together, so nice to get together. Let's often get together and party, 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 party tonight. What a hell of a party!
Edward. So, you're Henry's cousin. I didn't even know you existed.
Madame, you're not the only one.
Hey, Winnie!
Hi,
Good to see
Charlie.
you. Boy, you sure have one hell of a swell daughter.
Yes, she's great.
Yeah. Hey, Eddie, there should be some timing here, getting here before the party starts. Gives us a chance to get to know you better.
I'm Edward.
Oh, yeah, I know. Nice to meet you, Eddie. And what do you do for work there, in England, I mean?
Well, the same sort I do here, none.
Wow.
Wow. Must be nice. Sure wish I could afford to have that profession, but how do you keep yourself busy?
My dear sir, it occupies all of my time, plus my considerable talents to pursue every pleasure, satiate every desire, fulfill every fantasy, and satisfy every whim, and in all ways pamper my person.
Wow. Sounds like a man after my own heart.
I like your schedule, Eddie. That's nice. But don't you ever get yourself into trouble with a vocation like that?
Oh, all the time.
So what do you do then?
Well, I disappear and let someone else take care of it.
Oh.
What a card! Oh boy, party foul! Oh boy, must be that British sense of humor, huh?
Phil, listen. I need to talk to you. Henry, this is a great party. Everything I've heard about your mother-in-law is true. She's awesome. But that cousin of yours, he's weird.
You don't know how right you are. Listen, it's about my cousin. I may be in a little bit of trouble. I might need some legal advice.
Well, okay, but I just told you, your cousin, he's nice, but he's strange. Watch out.
You have no idea how strange it is. Listen, I never know what's going to happen from one day to the next with him. I might need to up my insurance while he's around.
Well, sure. I'll call your insurance broker tomorrow and write it to the policy. Let's see. We'll need to know his age, his date of birth, his home address, his occupation, and and how long he'll be here.
That's impossible.
Well, why?
Phil, I got to level with you. Edward, well, he's not real.
Well, my ex-wife is not real, and I carry insurance on her.
Oh, Philip, how lovely. Here you are at my hour of need. Would you please refill my drink?
Henry, go ahead. We'll talk later. Okay.
Oh, by the way, Henry, I've set aside some time to help you and Ben with your experiments. Do you know when you'll be getting started?
Not anytime soon. We've run into a couple glitches.
Glitches?
Well, you know, like permits and Board of Health, that kind of thing.
What a pain.
Well, you could say that again.
Hey, handsome, I thought we were gonna find a place to go boogie later.
boogie.
Dance?
Capital idea. I'll call Sam the taxi cab man.
Taxi? What for? I've got wheels.
Extraordinary.
Hey, you can't go out. It's late. You need your rest.
Henry, what are you doing? Let them go out and have a good time. Seems like Edward's the only one who actually knows how to do that anymore. Don't worry about it. Ben! How wonderful! Oh my gosh, Lydia told me you were coming. Let me look at you. Just as handsome as ever.
Oh, and Winnie, you look marvelous.
Thank you.
6 husbands haven't damaged a thing.
Thanks.
And I can't say I'm sorry to hear you shed the latest.
Oh, me neither. He was a nightmare from start to finish. A real millstone around my neck. So, I am really glad to be rid of him.
Isn't it fun to be with friends? Dearest of pals, old buddies, people you've known and loved for years. So great to get together, so nice to get together. Let's often get together and a party, party tonight. What a hell of a party!
Oh, Henry, come in. Have a seat. Just give me a second while I finish these notes. One of my patients is convinced he can fly. Interesting case. I'm having a hell of a time keeping him from jumping off of things.
Ben?
But he should improve. Once I give him the medication to get rid of feathers.
Ben!
I sure am enjoying Winnie's visit. What a rare spirit she has. Makes me feel 20 years younger when I'm with her.
Ben!
Oh, sorry, Henry. I don't mean to ramble on like that. I assume you're here for my notes on the behavior patterns of the chimps, and they are right here. There is definitely some strong signs of genetic influence.
Ben, I need to talk to you.
Sure, go ahead.
I've got something to tell you.
Okay.
Something you're going to find very hard to believe.
Henry, you never tell me anything I find hard to believe.
I've created a full-grown man out of a test tube.
Well, I do find that hard to believe.
Well, I had the same attitude. I was going over great-grandfather's notes, thinking it was a joke.
Thinking what was a joke?
Remember the journal? The journal I got in the mail?
Journal. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I came across the Hyde formula.
You're kidding. You mean it really exists?
Well, that's the attitude I took. I'm mucking about in the lab, I'm mixing it up, thinking the old geezer came up with an early form of Alka-Seltzer. It foamed and bubbled just like something out of a Frankenstein movie.
Then what?
Then I drank it.
You drank it? Why? Oh, never mind. Go on. What happened?
Terrible pain. Oh, wow, what a headache. All these whirring lights and buzzing sounds and then nothing.
Nothing?
I passed out.
Oh, God.
And when I woke up, he was there.
He? Who?
Edward.
Edward. You mean Edward Haskins, your cousin?
No, that's just it. He's not Edward Haskins. He's Edward Hyde.
Oh, my. This is serious.
You don't know the half of it, Ben. He's out all night, sleeps all day. He's running around with Jane and Kathy and whoever else he can get a hold of. He keeps going to wilder and wilder places. He's obsessed with living up to his bad reputation. And then this week,
Yeah?
I've been waking up with a hangover and a terrible feeling of guilt, and I haven't done anything. Can you imagine what that does to your psyche? And it's not like I can go back and drink the formula again because I might disappear. I'm trying all these different potions on the hamsters in my lab, and I've got Jekyll hamsters, I've got Hyde hamsters, and I just keep getting more and more Hyde hamsters. And then the other day,
Yeah?
one of the Jekyll hamsters just disappeared. Can you imagine what that's done to your state of mind?
Oh, I can imagine. Just relax, Henry. Just take it easy. Well, obviously we can get to the bottom of this. Here, I just picked up some edibles. Take this.
Is that legal?
Yeah, I'm a doctor. Now, Henry, we both know you've always feared there was bad blood in the Jekyll line.
Yeah, see, and I was right.
Did you find yourself identifying with any of the ideas expressed in the late Dr. Jekyll's memoirs?
Memoirs, these are notes of a brilliant scientist.
Okay, fine. But from all you've told me, if there is a family trait, it's a consuming drive for perfection. And as we've discussed, being slave to an overactive conscience is just as dangerous as allowing yourself too many liberties.
Ben, what are you talking about?
Well, just as this legendary ancestor reaches across the years to you, along comes Edward, who seems to only live for his own pleasures. And, being a first cousin, it's understandable that he might become a symbol of a Mr. Hyde.
Symbol? Hell, he's no symbol. He is Mr. Hyde.
Henry, do you ever find yourself wishing you had some of Edward's characteristics?
Hell no!
Okay. My, Mr. Hyde indeed. Here, come back and lie down. Let's sleep it off. You just need to rest. Go easy. Just one. Interesting. The id, the ego, and the superego all coming together. Fascinating.
There are components to each personality. The id and the conscience are nature's duality. But the rowing in the ego was quite intentional, 'cause that's what makes us three-dimensional. We're all together, we're all together, we're all together now. The id is a kid, selfish and unruly, truly a creature of primitive urges, uncontrolled surges. He's avaricious, compulsively capricious. He'd get you into trouble if he didn't have a double. He'd get you into trouble if he didn't have a double. He'd get you into trouble if he didn't have a double. It's conscience, yes, conscience, yes, conscience. Conscience is strict. Conscience has rules. He provides the tools for self-regulation, moral indignation. He knows right from wrong, good from bad. He'll tell you what you should do, and you better head, or he'll load you to the hilt with guilt. Amen. Amen. Then we have the good guy. You thought the good guy would be dressed in white, not white. He's integrated. He pulls it all together. And if you don't know, he is the ego. When ego is healthy, everything's fine. He controls in conscience and keeps them in line. He is the reality to the unified personality. But if he gets sick, the other two split. Pull yourself together, pull yourself together, pull yourself together now. Pull yourself together, pull yourself together, pull yourself together now.
Mom, you can't leave. Everything is going wrong lately.
But honey, Henry's gonna think I moved in. I was supposed to only be here a week, and it's been a month already. After all, I am the mother-in-law. Maybe I'm the reason Henry's acting so strange.
No, I don't think so. I think it's serious. Very serious. And besides, Ben would have a fit if you left.
Well, I would like to think so. But let's not get sidetracked. Lydia, how long is Edward staying? I mean, he seems to make Henry terribly nervous.
So you noticed too. He said it was in my imagination. If there's bad blood between them, he should just ask him to leave.
Well, have you asked him?
Yes, I demanded he set a date for him to go, and he nearly bit my head off.
Oh, Lydia, you know, I'd kind of miss Edward if he was to go. He does have his own particular brand of charm.
Yeah, and sometimes, I mean...
What?
Well, sometimes he reminds me a little bit of Henry. I mean, he has his own flavor of charm, too.
Oh. Edward, we were just talking about you.
Well, I can't think of a better subject.
You look exhausted.
I am. I'm not accustomed to being around for this long.
Now, speaking of that, Edward, what are your plans? After you leave here, I mean. Are you staying in this country or going back to your own?
You'll have to inquire of Dr. Jekyll. I came here under his instigation and can leave only in the same manner.
That makes no sense at all. He didn't even know you were coming in the first place.
No, he didn't.
Mom. All right, I think the electrician's here. I'm gonna go let him in, and if you could just sort this out, good luck.
Now, Edward. My gosh, what's the matter?
I am disconsolate!
All right. You come over here. You come right over here, and you're going to sit down right here. And you tell me all about it.
But you are a woman.
Well, what has that got to do with it? I can still be your friend. My goodness.
I'm having a terrible time fulfilling my destiny.
And what is that?
Being a scoundrel.
Oh. Well, everybody needs, something to do with their life, I guess. But that is a rather odd choice.
It's not a choice, it's what I was created for.
I see. Well, then it ought to come naturally.
It did. It did, but times have changed.
I've heard it said.
I'm trying to adapt, but it's terribly difficult. Do you remember Betsy?
Yes, I do.
I had such high hopes there. Although she does sing in night halls, I had selected for her my first-class seduction method, reserved for reluctant ladies of social prestige.
Well, that makes sense.
The first evening went well. I was debonair, charming, urbane. She was dazzled.
Of course.
I left her, as has been said, throbbing with anticipation.
Oh, I can well imagine.
The second evening, we came to step number 2.
A natural progression.
Candlelight, soft music, dinner.
Oh, I bet you she never had any idea what you were up to.
Well, we left the restaurant, got into her automobile, and I reached over to touch her hand.
Yes?
And she leaned over across the seat, gave me a resounding kiss, and me on. Let's go back to my place and make love.
Well, bingo, you did it.
No, she did it. There's at least 6 more steps to a first-class seduction.
Well, did you go back to her apartment?
No, I was completely undone.
Oh, Edward. It's all right. Every man has a failure once in a while.
Not me, never me. But now everywhere I go, I'm completely undone. Do you remember Lydia's friend Jane?
Of course.
Well, the other night she wagered she could drink me under the table.
And did she?
Yes! Ah! It's so discouraging.
Well, Edward, I have to admit, you are a very unique guy. I don't think I've ever met anyone with your particular brand of problems before.
I need to get back in touch with evil. With the very core of evil. And I shall find a way.
Mom, you wanted me to remind you of your hair appointment. But my car's in repair, so I'm gonna have to call you a taxi.
Lydia. The lovely Lydia. Mrs. Henry Jekyll, of course. I'll do it. I shall contact Sam, the taxi cab man. And until then, you and I should sit on the terrace and contemplate the beauty of the afternoon and the possibilities of our future.
Now that young man is really weird.
Hello? May I converse with Sam, please? Speaking. Edward Hyde here. We met a few weeks ago. I'm a friend of Winifred's.
Oh, yeah, the foreigner. Hey, how's it going?
Splendid, splendid. I would like to engage your hack.
Sure, you want a taxi? Better than an Uber. Hey, what time?
As soon as possible.
Okay, Mr. Hyde. We'll be there right away. Just hold the phone.
Sam, why must I hold the phone?
Hello, Sam's Cab?
Quiet down! I can't even hear myself think! 'Cause if you wanna go near or far, if you wanna go here or there, take it easy, just park your car, I'll take you anywhere.
Give a yell for Sam! Give a holler for Sam! Give a call to Sam, 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 the taxi cab man. He'll take you faster and farther, the easy way. He adds a lot of zing to traveling. All you gotta do is pay.
Sam's cab. Ooh, please, Sam, please.
Delise, I just had the best pork loin there tonight.
It's pricey though.
Oh yeah, but it's worth it. It's right around the corner also.
Oh, Sam's cabs? We'll rest. Of course. We'll be there in an hour. 15 minutes. Hello, Sam's cab. You want to go across the bridge to Woodman's? We're not taking you there. Hello, Sam's cab. Oh, you're going to Lobsterland? I hear they have the most delicious crab cakes. You see, this one time I went there, and Chef Louise from The Little Mermaid was there. And hello?
Cause if you're rushing to catch a plane for your favorite date, take a ride in the passing lane. Old Sam is never late.
Give a yell for Sam! Give a holler for Sam! Give a call to Sam, Sam,
Henry, you can't be serious about this will. I mean, it's bizarre. There's so many contingencies in it that I've run out of whereases.
Phil, it's absolutely necessary. Edward has to be provided for in case something happens.
But what the hell for? I mean, you told me he was some long-lost relative who appeared out of nowhere.
Well, you're right about that.
Henry.
Hey, Hank. Brought you over some squash. Oh, how's it going, Phil? Oh, I got some for you, too, back at the house. My garden's running over with. I got plenty of it. You guys mind if I join you?
No, have a seat.
So, I just got the most amazing discount. I just bought 8 plots at the cemetery.
But Charlie, you and Nina only have one kid.
Yeah, but they give you a discount if you buy 8. Plus, you never know what'll happen. There's Nina, me, Chuck Jr. If he gets married, that's 4. They have 4 kids.
But Charlie, Chuck Jr. is not even married, and you're burying his kids.
Well, you can't pass up a bargain. What's the matter, Hank? You paranoid about graves or something?
He's at it again. I can feel it.
Who?
Edward, how the hell did I get myself into this mess?
Edward? What's all this crap about Edward? Is there something you haven't told me about him? Does he have some kind of hold on you?
Yeah, he sure does.
Well, Henry, I'm your lawyer. You can tell me everything.
Is this confidential? You guys want me to leave?
No. Stay with you. You were there right when it happened, or almost. You remember that about a month ago when you visited my lab for the first time?
Yeah, first and last. You haven't had me back since.
Well, that's because of the hamsters. Anyway.
The hamsters?
Yeah. Anyway, I started reading that journal. You know, the one that you carried in?
Oh, yeah, from your grandfather.
Great-grandfather. Anyway, I came across the formula, the famous formula for creating Mr. Hyde.
You're kidding me. Like there's a real formula? Like from the movies? Like that's real?
Yes. And being a scientist, I was curious, and I mixed it up to see what it would look like.
Well, who wouldn't?
And then I drank it.
Are you sure that was a great idea, Hank? I mean, what if Mr. Hyde appears?
Well, that's just it. That night, in my lab, that's exactly what happened. I created Mr. Hyde. The person you know as Edward, my cousin, is, in fact, Edward Hyde.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's good there. Good one, Hank. We actually kind of believed you for a minute there. You got your cousin's sense of humor there. Nice.
Henry, this is no time for practical jokes, okay?
It's no use. You think I'm crazy, too.
Two?
Ben does.
Well, I suppose there's one of 2 things going on here. Either you've stumbled across something absolutely incredible, or
what?
Or you're crazy. But, wouldn't that absolutely be incredible, though? Wouldn't that be amazing if Eddie really were Mr. Hyde?
That would be a calamity.
Oh, Hank, you're not considering the possibilities here. I mean, think about this. I mean, if you could really do that, if you could make a human being out of a test tube, like, combined with my salesmanship, I mean, you would have the marketing sensation of the century. Like, think about this. You're onto a $1 million idea here, and you don't even realize it. I mean, think about what we've all been through as a country here over the last couple of years. I mean, people have been locked up in their houses. They've been all by themselves. They're, people looking for companionship. They're looking for a friend, We all need a buddy, right? You know what? I think I got it. Here's how we sell this thing.
Are you lonely? Go to www.cloneslist.com and download our free app, Find My Hyde, and get some of our Dr. Jekyll's Fast Friend formula. Oh, joy of bliss, just picture this. a full page in the New York Times with a very sad picture and a few poignant lines. Make your own buddy, your own pal. Just follow steps 1, 2, 3. You'll have instant company. Of a mellow fellow or two. Satisfaction guaranteed. You'll have all the friends you'll need. The mirror says you need a lift to bolster up your pride. Just send the shekel to Dr. Jekyll. You'll get a new Hyde. Knock a new crony. It's easily done. Cheerful friendships will abound, just with a little cloning around. So be your own buddy, create your own friend. We've got simple instructions from beginning to end. So try it, you'll like it. It's the modern way. Make your own buddy today. Hey, buddies, come on out! Make a decision year after year. Uncle Sam will never know just who you mean by Cousin Joe. So make your own buddy, create your own pal. It's a simple procedure, very easily done. So try it, you'll like it. It's the modern way. Make your own body today.
You can phone people? Talk about it before the mayor gets here because I can't get a word in edgewise.
When I hear about cloning people, I want to call more Republicans.
Wait a minute, I was saying we'll clone you. We'll have a Republican, we'll have a Democrat. Wait a minute, you are.
Just think.
You, who wants to be mayor, so
No, I want to be president.
Oh, that's right, president. And Republican with him. So you know what? My name is Safati Enza Leontinetta Giovanna Romeo Taken. Each one of those. And this way, anytime the newspaper, which is every day puts me in the front page, I will be able to say, she did it, she did it, she did it, she did it. And I'm so innocent.
Handle 12 Safathias realistically.
Henry, where are you going? You're not even dressed and we're leaving in 15 minutes.
Leave?
Yes, to go to the Schubert. We bought tickets weeks ago. Don't tell me you've forgotten.
Oh, no. I can't go out.
What do you mean you can't go out? Everyone is going. Ben is going. Mother's going. Even Edward is going.
Oh, God. Like, Edward? Lydia, I can't go anywhere tonight.
Henry Jekyll, stop right there. What is happening to you? What is happening to us? Our marriage is falling apart and you don't have time to talk about it?
Lydia, you exaggerate. Everything is fine. Fine. You know, listen, we'll talk. maybe tomorrow. Right now, I have to get to the laboratory.
The lab? The lab? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna blow that lab up!
Lydia, don't say that.
Oh.
Don't even think it. Destroy the laboratory? I'd have to live this way for the rest of my life.
Live like what? Live with me?
You don't understand. Nobody understands. I have to go.
Henry, do not walk away.
I have to go. I have a sick hamster and he's one of me.
Henry! What? Bliss like this, I fear, will fade and disappear. Nothing stays forevermore. How can something so clearly perfect be nearly over so soon? How can something so strong go wrong between April and June? How can I go from first place to last? How can our now and our forever be our past? When did heaven become the wrong side of town? When did the green of springtime turn so brown? Now the man who so tightly held me politely passes me by. All the love that we cherish seems to have perished. I don't know why our love song is so out of tune. And why did spring become winter so soon?
Lydia, my lovely, what is it?
Oh, nothing. It's nothing. I'm fine. I'm fine.
A beautiful woman doesn't shed tears over nothing. Let me help. After all, I'm family.
That's true. You are family. I'm sorry. I'm just so miserable.
Come have a cry. Is it Jekyll? You see the cause of this distress?
Yeah, yes. He was the one who wanted me to buy the tickets in the first place, and now he refuses to go with me.
I can't imagine how any man could refuse you anything. Come with me. I shall escort you.
No, it's fine. I can't face anyone like this.
Then I'll stay here with you.
No, Edward, I don't want to ruin your night.
Ruin my night? Why would I go to a dreary city when I can share the beauty of a country evening with such a fine companion?
That's sweet, Edward, but I don't...
Lydia, look at the sky. A night such as this transcends centuries. A night such as this binds yesterday to today, and today to tomorrow. On a night such as this, anything is possible, even winning a smile from you.
Gosh, you talk pretty.
Yes, indeed. On a night such as this, anything is possible.
I'll kill you.
You'll be the one killing yourself, you idiot. It would be suicide.
Lydia, we're waiting.
Suicide or not, you're dead. What's going on here?
Stop! This is ridiculous! What is happening?
Lydia, this is not my cousin. This is Edward Hyde.
What?
I tried to tell you, but you wouldn't believe me. Now this snake is trying to seduce my wife.
All right, just control yourself, Harry.
Just relax.
You tell me, who the hell are you?
As he says, I am Edward Hyde.
Good God.
Is it possible?
Yes, it's possible. All right. I won't touch him. But I'm going to the lab. And one of us is out of here. And I hope it's you.
Henry, wait!
Henry, I'll be right along. I'll do whatever I can to help.
This I must observe. I love the fight of a Dismoferia.
Darling, I gotta go help Henry with this.
With this what?
Henry did try to tell me that Edward is the infamous Mr. Hyde. And he's right when he said I didn't believe him.
Well, why would you? I mean, don't tell me you do now.
Well, now I do. I mean, haven't you noticed? The longer Edward stays, the more depleted Henry becomes. It's almost as though he's literally being drained.
This is really bizarre. Ben, what's going to happen?
I don't know. This thing is just so unbelievable.
This is scaring me. I mean, wonder if something happens to Henry. Lydia won't be able to stand it.
I know. Losing someone you love is terrible. I lost you once, and I never got over it. Ah, damn. I had such great plans for this evening. Even rehearsed a little bit so I'd get the words right, but it's gonna have to wait.
No, we're going to cheat a little and take a couple of minutes for ourselves. After all, Edward has had a whole century. I don't think I have that long.
Well, neither do I, so it's probably best just to forget the speeches and just come right out and just say, I love you, Winnie. I think I've always loved you. I'm so happy we have this time together. We have this second chance.
Oh, and I love you too, Ben. Just think, all that running around after one man after another. If only I'd known you were the one I always wanted.
You've been mucking about in your laboratory for weeks, and what have you accomplished other than to fill the place with those smelly little beasts? If you're so set on my extinction, why not mix the formula up and drink it down like a man?
I can't do that. I might disappear.
You're a very dull man, growing duller by the day. Nobody would miss you.
You're a very evil man, growing worse by the day.
I know. Isn't it inspiring? My name has become the synonym for every conceivable sort of evil.
You seem like you're proud of it.
Well, I am. It has made me immortal.
With that philosophy, I should be the proud one. After all, I'm Dr. Jekyll, the consummate good guy.
That is, as they say, the luck of the draw. No wonder it fills you with shame.
Shame? Everybody wants to be the good guy.
Humbug, Jekyll. Consider the subject matter of most movies. What do people love? Murder, mayhem, decadence. They love it. No wonder you dally. You long to encroach on my fame. You need me to add a touch of color to your pastel existence.
Need you? Need you? Of all the useless creatures ever breeding, you, I insist, top the list. Of all the things I've never needed you. I would rather have a dozen warts. I would rather have the flu. I would rather have a swarm of termites than one of you. Life was so peaceful. I had everything I needed. Till you dropped in, reeking of sin. Of 7 million things I never needed, I never needed you.
You poor, pathetic creature. You'll toil your life away trying to add some footnote to a musty medical journal. But to me, fate has been kind. Without lifting a finger or jotting a dot, I've become not a man, but a myth. I am a living legend, known far and wide. I now can claim immortal fame, a fact I view with pride. Though men have used my name synonymous with blame, I'm passion and excitement too. You need me and you have me, I'm the other side of you. I should be a banner, I should be a flag, honoring the lusty and the gusty and the sleek. When the straight and narrow had no zig or zag, everything in life becomes a blend of bland and bleak. I am a living legend, I am a myth. Within the marrow of each life I constitute the pith. Though men have made my name synonymous with blame, I'm passion and excitement too. You have me and you need me, I'm the other side of you. Poor you, poor simple you. Yes, you do need me and you have me, I'm the other
No, I do not
side
need you. Never did
of
I need you. Never will I ever need you.
I'm here, Henry. Ready to go to work. Great, help has arrived.
Help! How very droll! A 0 plus 0 equals 0.
We brought coffee. Any luck?
Hard to tell. We exchanged the blood of two of the hamsters. One got Henry's and the other one got Edward's. And then we injected both of them with the new formula.
So what happened?
They both disappeared.
Oh.
Then one came back.
Which one?
Hard to tell. He seems to have Henry's ears and Edward's feet, and he keeps biting the cage. I'm afraid we're running out of options. The only solution is to go back to the original source, to use the formula in the journal and have Henry drink it.
Oh, no, Henry, it's too risky. Please don't do that.
Lydia, we've tried everything else. We can't leave things the way they are.
Why not? The cat's out of the bag. We know it's Edward. And it's the 21st century. Maybe he could get a job.
Yeah.
Never!
Liddy, listen, I'm sorry I wasn't upfront with you with everything that's going on. Listen, I'm sorry I've been so rotten to be with lately. If there's anybody in this world I can trust and count on, it's you.
I'm just relieved to know the truth and that we're still loved.
How is one supposed to trend with all this treacle going on?
All right, Henry, are you ready?
Not yet. I gotta wait for Phil. Jeez, I wish he'd get here.
Is Eddie still here? Oh, thank goodness he's still here. Oh, Phil, I mean, heck, I really wish you'd reconsider. I've been working at this all night. Like, I really think we could do something with this. The possibilities are limitless. I think I could have the main promotion ready in time for the Christmas market.
Charlie, put that stuff away, will you? Come on.
I'm gonna miss you.
But do not despair. The likelihood that these two will succeed is extremely remote. Smile.
Henry, I'm sorry I'm late. It's this thing, this will. It's so complicated, even a lawyer can't understand it.
Oh, Phil, I'm glad to see you.
So, to help me, I brought my associate, Will Rogers, along with me.
Okay. But you got everything figured out, just in case he's the one that remains?
That's the magic of legal jargon. It can make fact into fiction, or in this case, hopefully fiction into fact. I've marked all the places for you to sign here, but...
Holy crap, all of this?
Yes, but since Edward is not real, he doesn't need to sign.
Ah, the wonders of the legal mind!
You're probably confused by all of this. Listen, before Edward came along, your will was a model of simplicity, neat and concise, but with this guy here, the complications are multiplying faster than wire coat hangers.
All lawyers.
Heretofore, you were a simple matter, but that's before this persona non grata appeared. I mean, this is weird. And oh dear, I fear he did queer a careful set of crafting, if I do say so myself. A brilliant piece of drafting, kaput, up on the shelf. But somehow I fixed it, found the words, and mixed them.
And they're there. Say a prayer for the ones that have done it, the one art that's won it, for which I get down on my knees.
Thank God for legalese. It turns small bushes into trees and squeezes right from wrong, yeah, baby, and shifts short to long. Believe me.
Thank God for legal forms. They transform weirdos into norms and make the weak seem big and strong.
Yeah, baby, it's sometimes heretofore, sometimes theretofore, sometimes therein, subject to as follows, the foregoing without their knowing it. That's how we win.
So I say, thank God for legalese. They turn a typhoon to a breeze, and hot into cold, and tin into gold. Hey, thank God for legalese.
Now listen good, things can take effect if you're circumspect in words you choose.
Which by way of saying simply means a word, especially if absurd can confuse the issue.
Thank God for legalese that changes skim milk into cheese.
A maid to a bride and Jekyll to Hyde.
No. He means vice versa.
Thank God for legalese.
Everything is prepared, Henry.
Well, here it goes. Here's to a long life. For me.
Please don't do it. I'm staying right here with you.
You know, we should all stay here. We're in this together, right?
Well, here it goes.
Oh! Oh, God! Oh! Oh!
Henry!
Henry, can you hear me? What happened?
Oh, thank God you're all right.
What a relief.
You had us worried there for a second, Hank. Wait a minute. Where'd Edward go? Eddie's gone. He left his hat.
We did it!
Hooray! That's great.
Splendid. Splendid. What a relief to know that I'm still me. And what a gem of a fellow at that.
Are you sure you're all right?
Lydia, it's all behind us now. It's finally over. Let's just put it all behind us.
Oh, thank God we're rid of this nonsense.
Well, that calls for celebration. Why don't we all go inside and toast to Henry's new life?
Lydia, my love. I'm so sorry that I let things come between us. I shall never, ever let it happen again. Why don't you and the rest go in the house? I need to clean up around here and burn that damn formula.
That's the best idea I've heard in a long time.
I agree.
Okay, so you're sure you'll come later?
I'm fine. Fine. Superior, in fact.
Oh, there is nothing to hide when you can sing your own praise, when you can shout out your pride on the darkest of days. There's nothing to hide when you can throw back your head and say, I'm happy to be the person who's me.
Nothing to hide when you can strut your own stuff and you know just what you are and what you are is enough. You can walk down streets and cock your eye at the crowd and it's as though you've heard their promos about. Honor your life as you write your history, the facts and the fiction, from dreams to reality. Every day a chance to say I'm glad that I was born. Oh no, there's nothing to hide when you can fight your own star and reaching higher than high and looking farther than far. And it's true that you look deep down inside, you'll find nothing to hide. No, nothing, nothing to hide.